Hey everybody, this is Kingpin PKR316, and this is my comic haul video for November. The way I get my comic shipped, I usually end up doing this once every 2 weeks. So let's get right into the books. This is G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. This is 196. This is leading up to the 200th issue. I got the incentive covers as well. This is the blank cover. I got 4 Independents, I got 5 DC, and I got 9 Marvel. This is the artist incentive book. I think these are really cool. I like how they draw them, and it's, you know, the detail they give you is good in some of these. This is The Legend of Red Sonja #1. I read this. They give you two stories in them that they're kind of. I thought they were good stories. I like Red Sonja. This is a pretty cool cover. This is the Frank Thorne variant to it. It's almost like a Marvel if you look. It says Dynamite Comic Groups up top. It gives you the old Marvel feel. It says 399-cent cover #1. I haven't started reading this yet. This is the Lucas Draft Star Wars. This is #3. I want to get a few more issues of these before I read them. I almost like to read them like a book, where if there's which I have Daredevil Dark Knights, which is like that too. I'm almost going to start reading that, and Superior Carnage, which everybody says is awful, but I have 4 of the issues, so I'm going to get the rest. I believe this is the end of the story for the Mad Monk in G.I. Joe. This isn't the Real American Hero. This is the ongoing. I think they call this. This is number 10, and this is a good story too. If I'm not mistaken, this is okay. Here we'll get into. These are my DC books. This was a really good Jim Gordon story for the 0 year tie-in. They give you the $3.99 price cover, which I'm not complaining about. It was a good story. Give you a little background on Jim Gordon. This is the Batman Black and White #3. We'll turn some pages in here. See, you could see the black and white. The first 2 of these were good. This one's good. See, you see the penguin right there. And this is they give you 4 or 5 Batman stories from the different artists. There's one from '96 that I want to pick up. That is like the first one, the first time they did this. So as you could see all the different artists and stuff that do it. But it's a cool idea. I like Batman a lot, so they're pretty much going to sell me on anything that's Batman. This is Forever Evil 3. Also a really kick-ass storyline. They're doing great with this. There's another. I love the glossy cover. So you see Lex Luthor punching Black Manta. Black Adam. It's another good book. Superman Unchained #4. I enjoy this. I see mixed reviews about this. Actually, I think this is a good story. Obviously, you like the Jim Lee artwork. I'm a huge fan. I was a huge fan all the way back in X-Men from like the 1992 run. So Jim Lee is always going to be tops with me. Is Lex Luthor holding the Superman doll? This is Batman 25, the raised cover, the black. This is, I heard some people complain that this cover's been done already. I think it was done for 21. I think it's 21. And it's a cool cover. It's a great story. I'm really into the 0 year. That's the ad for. So I'm enjoying that book a lot. Now here's my Marvel books. Now this is Savage Wolverine. Jock did the cover and he did the story. Now, unfortunately, even though I like Jock, this is getting dropped because I'm not a speed reader, and I read this in like 4 minutes. This is ridiculous. Look at some of the dialogue on. Excuse me, I got a cold. Look at that. You could read this. You could probably read this in under 4 minutes if you really wanted to. And the artwork's great. I like the artwork, and but they're really short stories. There's like no dialogue to this at all. There's like 3 bubbles on this one page. It's super quick. It's really just, I don't know. It's way too fast, and it's hard for me to drop books. I don't like dropping books. I like seeing where something's gonna go, and if they, I like to stick it out. But I got to drop that. I went through a few issues of that. That was no good for me. Superior Spider-Man, there's the Stunner. This was a good story. This is also, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't read it yet, but this, towards the end, this is continuing with the Dr. Octopus and the Green Goblin, and it's just a great story. Don Slott is really kicking ass. This is an awesome, awesome book. This is probably my favorite book. This is the book I read first when I get my subscription. This was a really good story. I wish I got some of the variant covers for this, but I didn't click on the thing. When I seen this, I just grabbed the issue because I didn't know if I was going to like it or not. I wish on the DCBS they showed you the variant covers. They don't show you any of the variant covers for the book. I guess I don't know if they don't know them yet or 2 months in advance or what, but for a lot of them, they don't give you the variant covers. They'll just show this twice and tell you like, oh, it's a 1 in 25 variant or a 1 in 50 variant. So, but this is a really cool story. I love Nightcrawler. I love the X-Men. So that's, but it was a really good story, and I can't wait till issue 2. This is really good, and it's got the, let's see if we get there's the full cover. And his dad's in this. It's a really cool issue. Everybody loves Thor. Thor God of Thunder. Number 15, a great book. Everybody loves this book. This is really doing good. This is part 3 of The Accursed. I actually haven't read this yet either. It's Killable Part 4. I'm getting close to starting to read this. I have the other parts as Kitty Pryde and Wolverine. I like this book. There's definitely more dialogue in it than Savage Wolverine, so I'm going to keep this Wolverine book. And here's Captain America. Here's another really good book. People seem to enjoy. And I wasn't going to pick this up till I started hearing videos of people I watch, like the Mr. Fix-It Smash. Our Daddy gets this, and a few other people get this, and it's a really good book. I like it a lot. This is Dark Knight. This is Daredevil Dark Knights, Part 6. I didn't start reading this yet. I want to get the other 2 parts, and then I'll read it all together, and then I'll give a review on it when I get the last one. But I like Daredevil a lot. This is the last issue of Captain Marvel. I think 604 Comics, I wasn't going to get this, but 604 Comics said this was a really good book. And I liked it. I thought it could have been a little better. But I like his reviews, and we get a lot of the same books. So, but this is the last issue of this. There's Kelly Sue DeConnick, as he pointed out in his video, and I don't know. I'm not. I wish when they rebooted it, they were going to do it with Carol Danvers again, but they're not. So we'll see where it goes. I'll pick up the new one and see if I like it. And this is All New X-Men, number 18. This is another really good story that I like a lot. I'd say Uncanny Avengers is my favorite. Daredevil's really good. Superior Spider-Man, another big favorite of mine. Those are like 3. And this is another one that I read right away. So, well, I hope everybody has a good day out there. Have a good comic week. This is Kingpin PKR 316 signing off. Have a good night.